Hello, everyone. It is so good to see you all here. I am obviously excited to be here. I'm super glad you are as well. Hi, Wishi. Thank you for being the first person, at least, to leave a comment. That's super nice of you to pop in early. Love that. Oops. Oh, have that room over there. I had to open this room. Had to log myself in. Oh my gosh. So I had this terrible thing happen where I had everything ready to go and I tried to close out of a pop-up that Zoom did and it closed every window somehow. So there we go. I have my duck race ready to go over here. There's 15 minutes on the clock. We're going to give people a couple of minutes to show up. So don't you worry if you are running a moment behind. But for those that are here already, hi, super good to see you. Welcome. All right. I am going to talk about a few fun things tonight. So first of all, three major things tonight. So three kind of foci, I would say. And that would be first, we're celebrating Uncapped and its incredible launch this week. I'm pretty excited. It's top 100 bestseller overall on Amazon and Audible. And obviously that's something worth celebrating. So that's super exciting. Especially, I mean, book 14, guys. We're 14 books in on that series. And people still love it enough to bring it into the top 100 8 years in since its debut. So that's super exciting. Secondly, we're going to be talking about Chance Encounter. It is a moist, excellent conversation we're going to be having. Super fun. Launches July 10th at Lit RPGCon in Denver. So one of the things that I want to do tonight is I want us to kind of dive into Chance Encounter and what that's going to look like, because that's coming up, guys. Like that's 4 weeks away. So 4 weeks from, what is today, Saturday? So 4 weeks from yesterday. It's coming fast. And so I'm very excited. We have lots going on. We have obviously we have our ducks. We have our kicking swords. We've got all sorts of cool things like these little things for people to take home, little duckies to bring home with them. I don't know if you can hear that with my microphone. It has a cool attachment that blocks a lot of that noise. So things I would love to hear from you guys. What is the most interesting thing that you want to hear about from that series? And that's what we'll talk about as our main thing today. So if you want to talk about the characters, like if you want to learn about the characters, so like the heroes of humanity, like the good guys, do you want to hear about the invading factions and who's coming in? Like what is the conflict going on? Do you want to hear about the system mechanics? Because that's a big Lit RPG thing. So if you're excited to hear about how things work, I'm excited to tell you about them. And if you just want to hear about lore and world building, I've got all of it. I've been planning this series for almost 4 years now. So there is a ton going on with it. And I have some very, very cool announcements that I can allude to, but I can't directly state until Lit RPGCon. So I have some really cool announcements that we're going to be announcing at Lit RPGCon. So if you're there, that's really cool. Otherwise, it's going to be a cool social media thing that you get to see. So please, if you want to throw your answers into the conversation here, I will bring them up as we get to that, and then we'll see where that conversation takes us, which is super fun. All right, so first off, the Uncapped launch celebration. So it's super cool. It came out last week, and thanks to you guys, it hit top 100 bestseller on Amazon and Audible. So that's really cool. I love seeing that still being exciting and popular, because I love writing Completionist Chronicles. And with only 6 books left in the series, it's one of those things where I want to make sure that people want to see it through to the end, and I want to be there for that too. And so I've mentioned this in the last couple of weeks. If you've been here for each of these live streams, we have what's the word I'm looking for? 6 books left on that. So I'm planning 1 more this year to release, and then 3 next year, and let's see, that's 2027. And then a couple the following year to end the series mid-2028. So that's exciting. So it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to miss it, obviously, but 20 books in will definitely be it's time for this to be done, right? So, and then, I might, after that point, I might go back and do a re-edit and just kind of bring things together to make it more cohesive. Because especially when I was first getting started writing, I had only been writing completionist or I had only been writing at all for 6 months when I first started Ritualist, and so that was a whole deal, y'all. Like that was that was when I first started. 6 months into my writing career is when I wrote Ritualist. So that's I look back and I go, oh man, so glad people like this because man, my writing has changed quite a bit since then. But seriously, guys, thank you so much. It's really cool to see that, and thank you for you reading, for listening, for recommending this to your friends, throwing the book at your enemies, and just being part of it. And so I will say this, and this is a thing that I is a difficult thing, right? Because it's always fun to be in the position where you're able to give people cool things, because it gives you like this cool position of strength to be in. It is harder to be like vulnerable and kind of open to like asking for things. And so one of those things that I'm always asking for is reviews. I know every author is always endlessly asking for them, but that should show you how important they are. It is what draws the Amazon overlords algorithm. So if we have a lot of people reading it and a lot of reviews, it gets more publicity without us having to like break our banks trying to advertise it and get it out there. It also helps to lure in new readers, right? New readers, new listeners, however you do. And so if you want more friends, more community, bring people in, that's how we do it, is we get these reviews just skyrocketing. So if you guys can come in and make sure to leave great reviews, that would be super beneficial. Unmapped, uncapped, untapped, all of them really. Just start at the beginning and go through. Just $50, come on through and leave great reviews. That'd be really cool. If you have left a review, because I know a bunch of you have, because you guys are here right now, which means that you are the creme de la creme. You are the cream of the crop. You're the people that are coming in here because you love this stuff, and I super appreciate you. Please definitely make sure to please know that I am very appreciative. It means a ton. I read all of the 5 and 4 star reviews. So if you have a really negative thing to say about my books, leave it as a 5-star review, because then I'll see it. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. All right, let's see. Cool. So number 2, we're going to talk about the Chance Encounter release. So what's coming next is Chance Encounter, World's Only Hero, coming at you July 10th, Lit RPG Con in Denver. It's going to be amazing. Start of a new adventure. It's my next major series. It's the one that I really would love to take for the next handful of years at the minimum, 5 to 10 years. We'll see. Really depends on a couple of these really cool announcements that I'm hoping to be able to have for you at Lit RPG Con. So that'd be really neat. At the launch, at the party, at the karaoke party. So if you are excited for the karaoke party, please make sure to be there. I'm hoping all my moisties will be. Just so you know, at Lit RPG Con, if you come over and you get a Chance Encounter book, you also get a moist shirt. And just in case, I don't know if I've actually shown you guys the back. So the back is pretty cool too. It has the let's see, there we go. It has the logo, right? Has the logo on it. It says "Any Blood But Red," which is the series tagline, as you can see by the parting gift here. Also has my name on it because, branding. Yeah. But yes, so definitely a really cool thing. I'm hoping to really kickstart the moisties. And we're a lot like the Swifties. We're just cooler, and there's less dancing and more karaoke. Now there actually might be more karaoke with Swifties, but that's okay. We're gonna have our thing. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So definitely come in. I will talk about the moist shirt a little bit more because you guys had been putting questions in. If you have questions about the series upcoming, please definitely do put it into the chat. So whatever you want to learn about, that's what I want to. Oh shoot, I forgot to start the duck race. Yeah, so let's start the duck race. All right, 15 minutes on the clock. Whoop, whoop. Yes, let's start the duck race. Woohoo! Yeah. We had 200 people grab a duck this time around. That's great. And that means that we have doubled our initial one. And then I think I did better branding, and I sent out a text last week. So there was 300. So you guys have a better shot at winning this week. So that was really fun. All right, so let's start the deck race. Go. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to turn off the ducks, the quacking. Release the Quacken. All right. Let me see here. Let me make sure that when I pull this open, it does not stop the duck race. It does not. Good. Cool. All right. Yes. So, oh, and I want to mention, definitely come over to mountaindalepress.com and pre-order the book, especially if you're going to be at LitRPGCon. People are coming on and buying just the Moist shirt right now. So like we've been selling just the shirt. Because like a lot of people are saying like, hey, I just want like the ebook. I'm an audiobook person. So they're coming in and just buying the shirt, which is cool, but that means there's fewer shirts to give away at the convention because I made them or I bought them and they're here currently. And so I have a limited amount until they're gone. So until supplies last, that's how many I have. Also, when you buy from the mountaindalepress.com website or Mountain Dale Press store, wherever you want to go, if you get it there, we're giving out some guaranteed golden tickets from people that pre-order from the website ahead of time. So if you are picking up there, or if you're like going to be just sending it back to your house, either way, you still have the option of getting that golden ticket. And that could get you anything from a Nintendo Switch Classic, a Kindle Paperwhite, a really cool Mate plushie, other fun stuff. There's lots of chances to win. It's your chance to encounter a prize. It's a moist, excellent pun. That's what I do. But yeah, so if you're gonna pick it up for sure, just get the signed version, and then also get a like much smaller pool that we're drawing from to send out the golden tickets. So definitely do that if you're going to get it for sure anyway. Okay, so lore discussion. We have 13 minutes to tell you anything that you would like to know about Chance Encounter coming up. So let's go back to the questions. All right. Rogelio Martinez says, it's so good. Yeah. All right. All right. Fidget pens. We will definitely be bringing fidget pens. We have a ton from myself. So the Dakota Kraut pens, we have a ton from the Mountain Dale Press side of things. And I believe Nikolai Ganella also has his like a big stack of them for himself. So it's all the same brand. We order through this same company. So you can definitely come and get these super nice, high quality fidget pens with the spinner on them. And they're great for everyone. And then also kids love them. Teachers hate them in the classroom. I found out I get invited for some reason to do like 5th to 8th grade, like talks in schools quite a bit. And I always go in and I always give those out. I always give the kids a book, depending on how many kids are in the conversation. There was one time I went to one and they put me in like the gymnasium and then they filled the bleachers. And I was like, oh, I did not bring enough books. Yeah. So then I had to give it out based on who asked questions, which was also pretty fun. But yeah, so lots and lots of pens to give away. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we're giving away at the booth. So definitely swing by, even if it's just to say hi or do something else if you're going to be at LitRPGCon. And I do hope that a lot of people will show up for that. Cool. So let's see. Fidget pens. Yes. Leaf says, so fast. Yes. All right. So Wishi says, how does Moist fit in? All right. So it's really funny because it was not, when I was first writing the first book, it was not this big thing. But as I was going, I was just like, hey, like, what should this character wear that can be like instantly recognizable, something that we can turn into like, this is clearly a member of the Moisty community, like, or how I was like, how can we build a community around this? What can we do to really make this an easy cosplay thing? Like, what is it going to look like? And it's going to look like this guy, Chance Encounter, wearing this shirt to make his mom mad, right? And because she's very high society. And so he walks around with this shirt when he's in his civilian lifestyle, right? And it drives his mom crazy because she hates the word. And so I have found since debuting this shirt that there are 3 kinds of people. There are the people that say, I will never, ever wear that because I hate that word so much. Okay, that's number 1. And it's way smaller. I thought it would be 50-50. It's way smaller. The second type of person is the, oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love it. I want to wear it because I think that's hilarious. And yeah, let's do that. And then there's the third kind, which is surprisingly about 50% of the total population that have reached out so far. And they are the crowd that is saying something to the effect of, oh man, my sister hates that word. So I'm definitely going to buy the shirt. Hopefully for themselves to wear around their sister, stuff like that. Yeah, but it's pretty dang funny. Throughout the book, basically, I incorporate this a lot. The main character is fighting oftentimes much larger creatures than himself. So he is let's say he grabs his sword and he shanks him up and then unzips him kind of. Then he gets just soaked with blood and viscera and gore and stuff like that. And he's like, oh. And people are like, yeah, now the moist shirt makes work, or now the moist shirt makes sense. And it's like, yeah. So it just became this kind of running gag that's really funny. So he incorporates into his attack styles and stuff like that. It's not quite a battle cry, but you'll see. Yeah, you're going to see, you're going to love it. It's going to be awesome and super fun. All right. Someone says, has the Lit RPG Con schedule been released? Yes. I haven't put out my official schedule, but 90% of the conference, I am going to be in the vendor hall selling books and handing out moist shirts and all sorts of other stuff. So we're going to also have Grimoire and all these other high-end books alongside this. But I'm bringing a ton of Chance Encounter because it is a brand new series and it is literally it is launching Amazon Audible and physical in person at Lit RPG Con. So that's going to be a ton of fun to see happen. And we'll be there for the actual launch, and people will get to see me trying not to freak out and panic as it starts taking off. So yeah, it'll be great. All right. Ooh, big old thunderstorm. My goodness. All right, let's see. TC Sewell says, I've already read the new book 5 times in the last month. All right. Love that, man. Ethan says, hey, can you rub a little extra moisturizer on my ducks so it can go faster tonight? Haha. Let's see. If you say, oh, yours is actually in front as I'm saying this right now. Ethan, yeah. Oh, it's falling back a little bit. Oh, that's funny. That's super funny. No, we're gonna do a lot of stuff with moist. So I don't know if anyone knows how bad it is in Denver, but there is no moisture in the air. So I'm gonna be doing lots of stuff to help people stay moist while they're there. Gotta keep my moisties moist. It's gonna be great. Let's see. Per author, I saw Haylock and a couple others post their specific schedules to a Facebook thread. I will most likely do that shortly. I am still finalizing a few things. I have a panel because I'm a sponsor of the convention. That's why we're doing the. That's why we have the karaoke party, is because it's a whole deal. So yeah, so we'll be having our own the panel. We'll have a lot of really cool authors on it, talking about neat stuff. And I think that one that I'm sponsoring and running is called The Road Not Traveled. And it's going to be all about things that we almost did in our books that we decided to go a different way with. So it's going to be a ton of fun. All right. Let's see. Cody says, probably one of the fastest reads I've done. Serious. It was over so quick. I've got to go back and reread it again. I think you're talking about Uncapped. Which is cool because it is, I think, my second longest ever book. So I'm glad it felt super fast to you, just whoosh, yeah. Andrew Scott Perry says, lure those duckies in, baby. Yeah. All right. It's my favorite thing. So Scott is a fantastic guy, and he has been teaching me many, many things over the last few years. And he's been adjusting my terminology. And so trying to lure people in is definitely something I have learned, because I got to get people in there, get them moist. Let's see. Oh, Cody says Krautites are way cooler than Swifties. Yeah, but that sounds, it's not the vibe I'm going for. I don't know, moisties. It just kind of, it feels right for a Dakota Kraut group. I'm just saying. I don't know what it is, but humor is my jam, man. And that's just something, as soon as you see that, the person wearing that shirt is going to be a funny person that you can get along with. Someone who can take a joke and enjoy humor. Yeah. So this might as well say, I'm a fun and interesting person, right? That's what this really says. I'm a fun and interesting person, but it says moist to the casual eye, to the layman who is a lame man. Hey, all right, there we go. All right. Paul says, fidget pens and hugs. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing you, Noodle. It's going to be great. Noodle says, it's been officially released on the website. Yeah. Rogello says, how would you compare this new series to any of your other work? Here's the thing. Any books that I have already written, let's say going through Completionist Chronicles, going through Murder Hobo, whatever else, if I were to write another book, I would reread that and I would really try hard to match the tone and the writing style and consistency of the series from when I had been writing it at that time. It obviously will drift over time, but it will be a much more gradual drift because I will be trying to replicate that same feel, that same emotion, that same vibe throughout the entire book series. And so what happens is when I start a new series, I get to put in all of the new, like the crafting, like craft of writing stuff that I have learned. And so this is my newest series, literally a decade into my writing career. I have 10 years and 57 books now of writing experience that I get to bring to this new series and make sure that it's poignant and fun and interesting and hits the genre and it does all the things that people like. And so I would say that any new series I'm writing has way more of that experience invested in it. So I think that this is going to be my best series ever. And so ever to this point, obviously, eventually I'll be even better, but we'll see what happens in 10 years. Who knows? But part of this is with that conversation, with those cool announcements I have that are going to be coming up at RPG Con. So yeah. All right, let's see. Neo says, this is definitely storming out. Yes, it is, man. TGZ says, hey, Dakota. Hey, man, how you doing? Let's see. We will miss you, Neo. Does the newer series have a determined length like multiple books? Does it happen to involve any of the other storylines you've created so far? It has a determined length, somewhere between 12 and 15 books, because I have found that 20 is a very large commitment. And it's not, I certainly don't grow bored, but I don't want to bore my audience at the same time. So there's that whole thing. Does it happen to involve any of the storylines you've created so far? No comment. There might be nods to it. There might be direct connections. You're going to have to read and find out. Yeah. Doug says, hoist the moist flag. Yeah. Apparently my V is broken. Ha. Cool. All right. And then Wishi says, are there any cameos of Cookie in World's Only Hero? Again, you're going to have to read on and find out, man. Okay, I can't give you spoilers of that extent. We have 2 minutes to go. So quick recap, and then we'll talk a little bit of lore stuff in the few minutes we have. So obviously, awesome launch with Uncapped hitting the top 100 bestseller rankings. Thank you guys so much. That is just fantastic. It truly warms my heart. We talked about how important reviews are. Please, if you haven't left reviews on my books, please go and leave great 5-star reviews. If you have like 1-star reviews to leave, there's other authors out there who would appreciate that constructive criticism. Not so much here. Let's see. July 10th with the launch of Chance Encounter World's Only Hero at Lit RPG Con. Obviously, we talked about that extensively. It's going to be great. It's going to be a ton of fun. Cool announcements, cool things happening at the convention. And so pre-orders, golden tickets, exciting prizes, lots of chances to encounter a prize. So definitely come in and make those things happen. And so for the last 50 seconds, someone said they like system mechanics. Okay, so system mechanics. This is really fun. I was looking at how do I build a system that is interconnected and yet each part is modular and interesting in its own right. So what I came up with is the hexagon of the true soul. And so what I do with that is each piece of gear has up to a maximum of 6 abilities, right? And so what I'm doing throughout this book series is something that I'm calling the rule of 6. And so the rule of 6 is just like, hey, everything kind of runs into a multiple or a division portion of 6s. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to see hexagons in everything. It's a lot of fun. All right, so who is winning? is Robin. Robin, hey, congratulations, man. You get a Grimoire, and so you get to pick book 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 as they come out of the Grimoires, and that is the Completions Chronicles. Very cool stuff going on. So yeah, you're gonna get this really cool leather-bound, foil embossed, amazing, beautiful book of your choice, and I will make sure to get that to you. So reach out, talk to me. I'll make sure to talk to you. All right. So I also do this a weekly cool thing when someone mentions me, and so they go on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, wherever X now also, and just send them something fun. I have some really cool things that I'm going to be sending people, and this week, cool prize. However, I had a couple of book talkers that went out and did my book, and then they said, hey, you have to follow Dakota on his social media, and you have to then tag him here. So I had something like 4,000 mentions, and so I'm going to be taking those and I'm going to be putting them in a randomizer, and so I just had to collect all that data. So it was a really cool week because all of a sudden I opened up my different social medias, and it was just this wall of red, like, hey, you have unread mentions, and so just so many. I'm going to go through. I'm going to take those. I'm going to randomize them. So it's I don't have that on hand, but I will reach out to that person and make a post about it on Facebook this week, or on all the sites actually, and reach out. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to come back for the next duck race, which is not next Saturday. I'm at a family reunion. It's going to be next the following Monday, so not next week, but June 22nd. We're going to have a cool duck race going on for a prize from Nikolai Ganella, who is going to be finishing the Unbound series with book 12. So we're going to have a duck race there. We'll do a Grimoire. We'll do a really cool prize from Nikolai. And so definitely go in and get your duck prepped for that so you don't forget. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. It is amazing to see you all. And I'm looking forward to seeing you not next week, but shortly thereafter. All right. Bye now, everyone. Appreciate you all.